Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, featuring today a 1 versus 1 on Sturzdorf. Yes, indeed, Sturzdorf. We shall be watching WMDTommy fighting for the Wehrmacht, fighting for the 15th Panzergrenadier Division, going up against GSIINintendo, aka Nagano, fighting for the Americans, fighting for the, 15th Infantry Division, marching through the streets of Sturzdorf. Two pioneer assault Wehrmacht quarters up immediately for Tommy. In the meanwhile, for Nagano, we are definitely seeing not 3 but a 4 engineers start. A bit some time since we last saw that. And of course, a part of this, will be for Nagano or Nintendo, whatever, to sort of initially seize a lot more territory from the beginning on than his Wehrmacht opponent. And then hopefully, of course, being able to hold it, and of course, also using the engineers with lots of flamethrowers to then sort of attack from more angles, thus creating a larger flanking force overall. First infantry squad, though, out for Tommy, and of course, question will be for Tommy, of course, how fast does he actually sort of realize that, oh my goodness, my opponent started out with a 4 engineers, and of course, be able to take measures against that. But also, of course, if Nagano will actually be able to sort of gain a suitable advantage, and of course, he will be lacking an infantry force for some time. Of course, could hurt him quite a bit. Also, note he's in fact going for all the munitions points right away as soon as possible. He's not rushing towards the fuel, but towards the munitions, and of course that's probably going to be because he also wants some flamethrowers on all these engineers. Though we do see Tommy rushing for this fuel point. Volkswagen is advancing a bit more cautiously. Another squad on the way, and we are seeing Tommy sort of heading eastwards towards this fuel point, sort of setting up his defensive line, or well, his front line of sort of an angle right here. Initially, and then of course you can begin pushing towards his opponent's base. There we go, first engineer squad under fire. Pulling back, of course, he's not seen any riflemen right away. Fuel secured right there, munitions point being secured there as well. And the first rifleman squad has arrived for Nintendo. Second squad of Volkswagen is out. No further units from the Wehrmacht quarters as of yet. And engineers moving in. And the pioneers are quick to rush into the bell factory nearby. Strategic point right here being secured. Volkswagen is now working together in a larger force moving out. Spotting the engineers doing quite a bit of damage. They're already less than half health, but so far no one killed. And riflemen are marching towards the east. And at the same time we do see a mine going down here for Tommy already. That is good. Preparing for any American attacks. Volkswagen taking the victory point, but another squad provides cover. MG42 on the way for Tommy. Point being secured here. No mines as of yet for Nintendo. I don't think there's any flamethrowers either yet, though I might be wrong very soon. More riflemen. Still no mines. I mean, considering all the munitions you must be getting at the moment, some mines here and there could make a huge difference. MG42 engineers running into each other. And the MG42s in fact quickly run off. Fourth unit could be a sniper. The two Volkswagen's MG sniper start, a favourite amongst higher ranking players. And I believe Tommy is currently, if not close to, being number 1 with the Wehrmacht. Volkswagen is moving in. Rifle moving up, though there's of course some contention as to who's one. Of course there's a lot of shifting in that spot. Usually Aljaz can always be found on that. Engineers and riflemen coming under fire. MG42 finally succeeds in drying off the engineers. Other forces pushing up. Flamethrower equipped on these flame engineers. Volkswagen getting shot at and burned, although 2 riflemen did go down previously. And there we go, poor Helmut, gunned down, and there are no medics to help him. So far the Americans are holding most of the map quite nicely. Still, not a lot of munitions actually being spent. And I would have imagined we would be seeing that, considering again he's holding an awful lot of munitions points. He's in fact holding the majority of them. So it is a bit curious that he's not, trying to extend that advantage in munitions a bit further to make it much more difficult for Tommy to actually sort of counter-attack. I mean, considering the sort of limited style he's going to be going for, 2 Volkswagen sniper and MG. I mean, any mines can really sort of mess things up for him on the advance. Rifle engineers. Ooh, Pioneer squad there on its own. Advancing up here. Still no mines. I mean, a mine here could do well. Mine here, here. Lots of spots actually he could mine. But sadly, it's not happening. This would also be a great spot to lay down a mine. Rifle engineers coming under attack. Volkskriegs moving in. Sniper adding in his support. And of course, we could be seeing an assault pushing in here. And this we do. Lots more flamethrowers are actually arriving. Troops getting shot down, suppressed. And Browning automatics pop out at the same time. MG42 turns. Stops one part of the assault. But other parts are moving in. Even from here, more riflemen. Or well, the remainders of the riflemen and the engineers with the flamethrower squad also move in. Volkskriegs is taking heavy losses. And we are in fact seeing Tommy getting pushed off the field. Oh dear, and a mine goes off, killing 2 more men up there. Heavy losses. 4 riflemen dead there. And quickly moving in to take some more resources away. 15th Panzergrenadier Division initially not doing too well. Mines going down, wunderbar. Definitely going to make an Wehrmacht advance a bit more perilous. And he's also going for all the sort of vital points like the high munitions. Of course, this could also be a nice spot to mine. And again here. Here could also be a good spot to mine. Overall. GSIINintendo going up for Nintendo. Of course, he just took a beating. But there we go. Quickly mining. Of course, if Tommy was to get some minesweepers, of course, the effectiveness could be limited. Krieg barracks up. And the Grenadier squad on the way. Of course, he knows he can get away with that since, of course, his opponent has gone for the Browning automatics.
We are losing territory.
Oh, bloody hell, that was close. Tommy moving in, his sniper at the front. I mean, he was probably very close to losing that sniper to a mine, and I'm pretty sure that could have been game over right there. Absolutely extraordinarily lucky. Second wave moves in. Oh, and the Pioneers hit the mine just as the minesweeper gets ready. Oh dear, the irony. But first Grenadier squad ready. And what is this? Never mind. No further mines here, but the munitions point there secured. So currently, large part of the map is in the hands of the 15th Infantry Division. Troops getting sniped, getting shot, getting run off. Minesweepers now actually following up. A bit of harassment here on the flank. Jolly good job. Large force from Nintendo moving out. Supply it up, so we could be seeing some armor anytime soon. Second Grenadier squad out in a moment. And the first one has arrived. The 15th Panzergrenadier Division had been pulled in from Italy. In fact, several divisions had been to sort of bolster up the Western Front. And generally the Italian front was considered a secondary front, but that was actually by both sides on that one, except the Italians, of course, but they didn't really have much say in that matter. Grenadiers moving in, Volkskriegs supporting. Could be seeing another massive assault going in from the Americans. Lots of flamethrowers, spear yachts. All the one engineer squad down. Pushing up here, Volkskriegs getting caught out in the open. Getting pushed back, trying to pull up towards a stronger position. Minesweepers pushed away. Oh, bloody again, close to a mine, but managed to avoid it. MG opening up. Rifleman getting shot at. And there we go, pushing in from the front. Managing to stop parts at it. Rifleman getting sniped. Getting very close. Tank depot going up. Flamethrowers pushing in. Oh, doesn't quite manage it. And if Nagano had a grenade here, he could really do a lot. But no, instead this assault actually fails. Causing him some rather heavy losses. Still no further mines have been laid down to sort of delay the German advance. So they continue. So a bit of quiet there, lots of flamethrower engineers waiting to do something nasty to the Huns. half track up. Usually even a Panzergrenadier Division would not be able to actually necessarily get a battalion of half-tracked Panzer Grenadiers, although I think the 15th actually had some, partly because they'd absorbed a Panzer Brigade, which might actually have given them some half-tracks, plus they actually got them a battalion of Panthers. So that was actually a pretty reinforced Panzer Grenadier Division. Engineers though charging in, getting shot at, half-track arrives, and there we go, Engineers getting pushed back, although one Fultz Grenadier down. Veterans up. Oh dear, this could turn out to be very, very, very nasty. Tank depot, of course, is there. And there might anytime soon arrive some Shermans, and so far, Tommy has 2 Volksgrenadier divisions with Panzerfaust, and that's really going to be his only a thing that can actually stop the Sherman. Oh, strafing run! Strafing run! Oh, Volksgrenadier squad could go down on the retreat! And it does! Oh my goodness, he has gone terror though! So Seal does provide a bit of protection as he loses men, of course, generally increases his firepower, but oh my goodness, that was a devastating strafing run. 15th Infantry Division getting support by the airborne, and generally by the Air Force. Damn, that was unpleasant, I could imagine. Also, a fun fact about the Americans, they're actually pretty... I mean, despite perhaps not in some ways having the best weapons, they're actually pretty happy about them. I mean, some study was done, and largely they actually found that the Americans were actually reasonably satisfied. Of course, there were some weapons they thought was pretty rubbish, but overall they actually tended to sort of stay with their own weapons, although... Of course, question might be if that was not just because they're actually trained to handle those weapons. Of course, if they try to use an MG42, they might not quite get the principle behind it. That, of course, is a different matter. But certainly, still interesting, in fact. Still interesting. Folks going to say, though, getting cut and caught and getting burned alive, getting cooked, in fact. And there we go, another wave. Grenadiers pushing up, MG and Sniper supporting it all. Half-track adding in, and there we go, the first Sherman is out, and again, Tommy is, in fact, has been spending resources on veterancy too. He is completely unprepared, as can be. This is going to be horrific. The Grenadiers moving, half-track charging in. Troops are getting pinned down, and the Sherman is rolling out, and he's even got another strafing run. He wouldn't even pull... That could actually be a nice spot for a strafing run, particularly with the Sniper so closely to the rest. But no, he retreats. Interesting, he must think he can do more with the Sherman there. Still holding most of that. Oh, Engineer squad's down on the retreat. 14 kills on that Sniper. But again, it would be a nice spot for a strafing run. Sherman rolling in. Half-track running into a bit of trouble there with the Sherman. High closer rounds moving in. Troops getting held up, trying to support it by the MG42. Grenadiers in slight trouble, but the Sherman ignores, goes for the killing shot on the half-track, and Gunner killed. Never mind. Panzergrenadier on the Grenadiers, but the Sherman still fires and gets the half-track, but the Grenadiers get off a shot on the Sherman instead. Sniper now holding up things further. Engineers almost close to going down, and they are lost. Heavy engineer losses. In fact, he's now down to 2. Sherman trying to deal with the Grenadiers, but they're too close and a bit too spread out, so the Grenadiers actually have the advantage up close with the Panzerschreck. And this is actually a huge problem for the Sherman. It needs to get away. Troops again getting stopped by the MG42, unable to help the Sherman. Sherman needs to get away. Another one coming out as well from the tank depot. Troops here getting slaughtered. Absolute chaos. Strafing. Oh, he strafes the Sniper in a desperate hope to get him, and he succeeds. He succeeds. Grenadiers from the Grenadiers killing 2 riflemen outright. But overall, this is a horrific engagement for Nintendo. He's lost a lot of men. He's split up quite a bit as well. And now we do see a Panzer Abwehrkanone arriving for Tommy. And mine's going down as well. Good. Excellent, in fact.
Our front lines are collapsing.
Of course, does mean the fight is over. Far from it. In particular, if Tommy wants a replacement sniper, of course, that's going to be 340 manpower, which of course could delay any further other acquisitions.
Supply lines are
Going for the munitions, repairing the Sherman. Grenades on the way for the rifle. And of course, he could consider getting a medic station to, of course, help with the casualties. And looks like he's trying to rush in his Sherman towards Tommy's base. And there we go, the sniper out. So going for a base rush, this could work slightly against him. Something on the way from the creek barracks, or perhaps cancelling it. Nope, not. And there we go, Grenadier squad up right in front of this Sherman though. This could end up working less than sterling. Pack moving in, Grenadiers perhaps with a Panzergrenadier on the way. Sherman getting off some nice kills. But there we go, Pack opens up, strafing run. Again, trying to get the sniper, but he doesn't quite succeed in this case. And now he actually needs to try and get his Sherman out of there. But the Grenadiers are moving in, they are on the hunt. With a Panzergrenadier again. And there we go, nice hit. And instead of hitting the Grenadiers, a small stone wall takes the shot for the team. Team Wehrmacht. Sherman. Oh, yeah, even a Panzerfaust from these Volksgrenadiers could completely knock it out. And again, there's no infantry support on it. On the other hand, Sherman forces away the MG from the east, opening things up there. Grenadiers are on the hunt. And he just stops it. He wants to get those Volksgrenadiers, but no. Destroyed engine. Could he lose the Volksgrenadiers? No. They survive. And there we go, retreating. Main gun destroyed. Sherman is out of order. Chaos. Well, not chaos, but... And there we go. The Sherman is out of control. Although I think saying it is out of control might be a slight exaggeration. It's sort of wobbling away. Completely unusable. It wobbles away in shame, only to blow up as soon as it reaches the edges of the map. And there we go again, not exactly out of control, which sort of involves some sort of tension and drama. This just sort of, you know, yeah, not very impressive. Grenadier, though, quickly knocked out by a high explosive shell. Small engagement there, we got Grenadiers pushed away, rifling too much. Continuing up here.
We have a threat to our
Sniper pushing up. Lots of manpower, but not a lot of fuel. Though we are seeing supplied upgrades, that is good. Pack moving up, and we are seeing something going up. That is a Sturm Armory. That is nice. Point secured. Robin coming under fire here from the Veteran C2 Volksgrenadiers. And there we go, Grenadiers and heavy cover versus a Sherman. They definitely have a nice advantage. In particular with the Panzergrenadier. So the Sherman can't move much closer and try to outflank it. Although, ooh, does spot the Pack. And of course here, Nogano could try off a strafing run. And he does. Even the Sniper split. Oh. Sniper manages to avoid it. But of course now is the time to push forward. And there we go. Rifleman pushing in. Pioneer squad moving up the flank. Grenadiers forced away. Another Grenadier squad holding up behind. Getting run off. Sherman advancing. Sniper revealing himself right in front of this Sherman. Might not be the best. Oh, propaganda wall went up right there for Tommy. Forcing away the Grenadiers. And the MG42 in the woods. Coming under fire. And the sniper retreating. Oh, could he go down? Makes it away. Lucky bastard.
The enemy is down to 300 points.
And there we go. Sturmgeschütz is moving out. Sherman rolling back. And Veterans one increasing the speed, of course. Against this Duke, he might just want to get the upgun upgrade, thus giving a higher penetration and thus actually being able to win against on a one-on-one fight with the Stug. It could even, in fact, outright win against the Panzer IV. And Jenny would also be better against Panthers and such. But there we go, Stug 4 ready. From the Panzer Battalion, or I suppose it would have been renamed the Assault Gun Battalion after it actually got some Panzers, the 15th, that is from the Panzer Brigade. Grenade up against the Volksgrenadiers and kills one. MG42 opening up again, it has not moved. Very bold by Tommy in particular, considering how little health it has left. Rifleman getting suppressed. A lone gunner heroically keeps the head of the Yankee gangsters down. And it has returned to Tommy, who's certainly feeling the pressure. More riflemen moving in. In fact, looks like he's up to 15 riflemen. He's actually, not 15, 5 squads. That would actually be 25 riflemen, in fact. So, no, that would actually be 30. Oh dear, I can't count anymore. Oh, the horror. Nonetheless, though, lots of riflemen. And that could definitely prove to be a bit of a problem, although we are now seeing a second Stug out. And he is getting assaulted. We could even see a grenade getting lobbed against them. Quite a bit of pressure from the Americans. And there we go, a grenade, but doesn't do much except blow up and slightly damage some wooden planks. Pack has not been recruited by the Americans. That could otherwise have been a good steal from the Germans to be used against their Sturmgeschütz. We do see an airdropped anti-tank gun in. Using that to, of course, avoid having to build a motor pool. So that's definitely one way of doing it. I think more armor and perhaps some tank destroyers would be a good move for Nintendo, aka Nagano. Volksgrenadiers moving up to support the Grenadiers. Stug moving out a bit on its own. A bit lonely. Veterans on its way, though that is good. Point here still secured. Not an awful lot of mines from Nagano still. Oh, lots of Panzer X. Oh, Pack misses. That could otherwise have been one Sherman brewed up. Riflemen pushing in from the north. No MG to stop them. Not even LMG on the Grenadiers. Although not a lot of players, in particular the high rank, goes for those, which of course is their prerogative. And we are in fact seeing the Stug moving in, trying to get the Sherman, but it's in fact turned away. The rifleman proved to be perhaps a bit of a hazard. Troops getting sniped. No grenades at all of these Grenadiers here. That's a bit of a miss. There we go, though. Grenadiers retreating, riflemen advancing. Sniper pulling back. We're seeing a medic, a bunker going up. Could be a medic bunker, could be a repair bunker. And Pack could get decrewed. Bunker cancelled. Grenadiers running through the mess of riflemen. Pack spotted. Of course, again, if you... His anti-tank is in fact nowhere near to support against all those assault guns. That's a bit unfortunate. Riflemen getting crushed by the Stug. Oh, that's a lot of riflemen just getting squished. But we do see a few sticky bombs going off. And again, Pack decrewed. He could try and recruit and turn against the Stug. Anti-tanking up. We could see a Stug go down for Tommy. Further finding here, but destroyed engine. And he didn't recruit the Pack. That's, I think, is a bit of a miss. Grenade go off by the Grenadiers, but it doesn't kill. Riflemen return the favor, and there we go. Grenadiers are not in a good condition. Sturmgeschütz kaput. Armored car on the way. And a sniper gets a return kill. I do think that was a bit of a shame he didn't recruit that and turn it against the Krauts. But there we go, armored car out. Going to help against all those Yankee infantrymen. Supplies dropping in.
We're losing territory.
And there we go, the armored car arrives on the scene and begins unleashing a fusillade of auto-cannon fire against the riflemen. It looks like they might make it away again, recruiting that anti-tank gun could be to the advantage of Nintendo. As again, it would partly deny, of course, an anti-tank gun to Tommy, but of course it would also mean he would have another one to use against the Germans. Stu again spotted, and still no upgun for the Sherman either.
The enemy advances.
Bunker going up. What shall it be? Repair bunker or medic? It's a medic bunker. That's actually a bit rarer to see this late into the game. Usually see them within the first sort of 10 to 15 minutes, not sort of, you know, past the 20-minute mark, but still, that does mean it's a bad idea, in particular against an opponent going with airborne and thus strafing runs, in which case you can certainly end up with a lot of casualties who need to be picked up. But certainly a bit rarer. And there we go, actually recrewing the pack. About damn time. Rather than keep pushing. And another propaganda war sensor arriving away close to getting a King Tiger. Going for all the valuable points. The victory points in particular seems to be of interest to Nintendo. Both supply and upgrades. Excellent. Not a lot of veterancy though. Not a lot of veterancy though, and that is partly I suppose due to the strategy employed by Tommy, you know, with using snipers and whatnot, a bit more than just infantry, of course, meaning there's less chances for the rifle to actually gain veterancy.
The Americans are capturing a sector.
20 kills, that's quite the sniper, quite an effective one. Pack moving up. Moving back, in fact, troops getting sniped, engineers need to get away. Will the Stoop get the kill? Nope. Misses. Another Stoop out for the 15th. They're coming out of pack fire, and there we go, strafing run, clearing out the MG42, pinning down the Grenadiers. The more Grenadiers are quickly moving up to support. And in fact, it seems like a pretty weak effort by Nagano, since he's only got a few infantry squads, so we had a single anti-tank gun. And I mean, Tommy's quickly jumping upon it, just charging in with most of his grenadiers to take advantage of it. He's actually got 3 grenadier squads already. Sherman opening up. Blasting away. Raven moving in, could get the armored car. Sniper moving about, medics moving in with the wounded. Quite a bit of action, and there we go, another propaganda war clearing up the flank. Armored car survived. Stook here a bit on his own. Pack not in range to support veterancy free for the infantry, making it that much tougher. And recruiting the MG42 with the Grenadier squad, as he doesn't want it to fall into the hands of the Yankees. But damaged engine, could the pack get it? Could the rifleman knock it out? At the same time, the MG42 is holding up any advance from Nintendo and the American 15th, but they don't hold any victory points, and there we go, the King Tiger soon ready. Not a lot of tank destroyers or additional armor. I would have figured that, you know, try and help and deal with the Stooks again. An upgun Sherman is quite the match for any assault guns like this, and of course could also deal with the infantry still in a nice manner. So why, for example, he got so many additional rifleman squads and it's not, say, you know, just a few more Germans, perhaps with upguns, is a bit peculiar to me. Another recon run. Actually, not another recon run. This is, I think, actually the first one, and he's probably doing it to sort of get an idea of what his opponent is doing. Where is he, in fact, placing his forces? Where could I easily do the most damage without suffering the most myself? Point here being secured, rather than moving up again. He seems to think that the western flank is the weakest. With the Stook, and there we go, pushing off the MG42, leaving behind the assault gun to hold up without additional veterancy, of course. Oh, Pack here hits a mine, awfully close to getting knocked out by the Grenadiers. Grenade against the force. Oh, bloody hell! Excellent grenade right there, killing 3 outright. Pack needs to get away, and the Grenadiers looks like they are covering that retreat. Troops getting sniped.
Attention, the enemy advances. Ready.
Grenadier squad reformed. Looks like we are going to be seeing a rather solid counter-attack. Moving some up the center, but snipers and more grenadiers pushing up there towards the west. Particular veterans, the 3 grenadiers are going to be a problem. And we could be seeing a King Tiger. Nope, he's actually just lost sufficient amounts of territory to actually being able to call it in. Strafing run. Ooh, doesn't really do any damage, just pins a few grenadiers. Rather than getting sniped. Grenade does nothing. Sherman actually gets off a few kills. Propaganda saves the troops here, while in the west again. Grenadiers continue to get blasted. He needs... Oh! Damn. That is not looking good. He needs those grenadiers out there now. Rückzug. Pack decrewed. Grenadiers actually retreat, but now we do see the Königstiger arriving. Rolling out. And Tommy doing what he can to wreck the anti-tank guns, denying their use to the Americans. King Tiger moving up, Stug supporting the flank. Anti-tank gun though dropping in actually. This is a pretty risky venture considering there's a King Tiger right in front, there's a Stug, there's a sniper and whatnot, and already there, I mean, the anti-tank gun is taking an awful lot of fire. We are seeing the anti-pack moving up on the flank, but that is heavily damaged. Stug could go down. He couldn't get, in fact, try and call in a bombing run. That could possibly work. But there we go, troops getting suppressed by the MG42, again holding up the entire left. And problem is, Nintendo doesn't quite have the full suite of support weapons. He could in fact have tried, recrewing one of these mortars and turning against the MG42 first. That might actually have worked. King Tiger, they're absorbing a lot of fire, but then again, it could take a lot of fire. As it was built, with what, I think 200mm of sloped armor. And pack down. And anti-tank gun wrecked. He's calling in another anti-tank gun. Looks like the 15th are getting pretty desperate. Calling in lots of anti-tank gun support in a desperate bid to stop the mighty King Tiger. I fear it will not work.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Slight engagement over there. And now the Grenadiers again pushing up. Pushing, in fact, against the Americans. Again, not a lot to stop it. And of course, question again is why the 5 rifle squads what he needed. Anti-tank, and again, risking decrewment or even destruction. And there we go. The Fultz Grenadiers clear it out in seconds. Riflemen swiftly counterattacked, but a propaganda war sends those running. Assault gun and armored car moving in, although the assault gun is in a terrible condition. And the Fultz in fact recrew the anti-tank gun. Sherman decides on a bit of heroics, trying to move in, but again, King Tiger makes that a rather risky bit. Although again, the 2 anti-tank guns actually did a lot, down to less than half health, but ultimately, though, I mean, he wasn't able to really deliver enough firepower fast enough, and of course, keep his anti-tank gun secure. If he only had a few tanks to aid, for example, or, an upgun Sherman or two, I mean, he might have a slightly better chance at this. Whoops, my apologies. Slip of the fingers.
Supply lines are broken. We're using a victory cutoff. We are losing a victory point.
Quite a few grenadiers now, again, thanks to the medic bunker. Nagano has been able to sort of keep all of his 5 riflemen squads, but that's about it. He's not really got a lot left. Stu armored car moved in a bit too close, gets covered in sticky bombs. Riflemen moving up on the western flank. A few grenadiers here and there. Riflemen getting blasted to bits, and an MG42 holding up the right. Apparently moved away from the west, in fact. Sticky bomb immobilizing the armored car. How unfortunate. Rather than getting blasted, another sticky bomb on the armored car. And good night.
Our front lines are collapsing.
Ooh, veteran C2 on these riflemen, but that is simply way too late. And a grenade doesn't actually kill anyone. I imagine much to his relief.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory.
But of course, the veterans with 3 grenadiers proved to be quite the problem. Sniper adds 38 kills. That's impressive. Bloody impressive.
Front shifting.
Though again, the sort of direct lack of, attempts of storming it, and now he's going for a motor pool. I think this is a bit too little too late.
Losing a fuel sector.
And I have no idea why he actually wants it then. Would he be getting armored cars or half tracks?
We have territory.
Because, I mean, it's actually going to be just cheap of just, not spending the resources on that and just calling in another anti-tank gun.
Supply lines are broken. We're down to 2 losing a sector.
King Tiger getting repaired. And troops stopped. Definitely looking less than great for the 15th against the other 15th.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
Sometimes I do have a bit of a nasty habit of just basically choosing this same number division. That's, yes, it gets a bit silly. I'm aware of that.
Enemy unit down.
Looks like they actually managed to kill someone. In fact, this German's veterancy too. That's nice. Panzergrenadier left behind, even nicer. But will it be enough? And actually, the victory points are pretty close to both sides. Nice hit from the King Tiger. 18 kills plus 2 armor kills. All those are probably anti-tank guns. A bit here left and right, some scattered fighting. But mostly the Americans have lost the initiative and mostly also the tempo. They don't quite have the forces, and Veterancy 2 is up for Tommy's armor, adding machine guns to the assault guns, making them that much more of a threat to assault. Rather than getting sniped, getting shot at, again the King Tiger proving to be quite the foe. Now 20 kills.
We're losing ground out there.
Bit quiet. Some grenadiers under a bit of fire here, but pulling back.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Ready for the crowd. Crew deployed.
And he's getting an anti-tank gun, of course.
New recruits in. We're back to full strength.
Much delayed. Assault guns moving in towards the east, and that German is definitely doomed. Without the Afghan, it definitely has no chance. In particular, hell, in fact, even against 2 assault guns and Afghan, German would actually be having trouble. Or they might actually have a chance of at least getting one of them out. Strafing run. Does a nice bit of damage, but of course the medics are quick on the job. The Raven themselves, though, are getting suppressed, pinned, and shot at. Grenadiers in the administrative building doing quite a bit of damage rather than getting shot at. Another push, and we might be seeing a firestorm actually going in. Oh dear. And there we go. Incendiary rockets land and actually hit the anti-tank gun, decrewing it in seconds. And the riflemen are just taking a beating. Attempt by the rifleman with a Panzergrenadier to hit the flank, and they do actually quite a nice bit of damage there to the Stug. And the sniper with 43 kills, of course, can just finish the job. And there we go. Rifleman on the run. The 2 assault guns were simply too much. In fact, this looks like all of Nintendo's units. It's got an engineer squad hiding in there. Sherman pulling back, realizing he cannot win this. Sniping grenadiers moving in. Americans are clearly not giving up.
Listen up, people.
At least not yet.
Engineer unit lost.
And engineer went down to the sniper with 45 kills. A true
Supply
pride
lines
of his
are
nation.
We have territory cut off on supply.
Run! Back to this 57 crew, ready for
And again, the MG, still ever the hazard. And he's holding up things here. Could have been an idea to perhaps equip him with an LMG just for fun. A bit surrounded though, lots of riflemen around it. King Tiger, right to provide support. Anti-tank unassaulted. And Propaganda War sends a lot of riflemen running away. And here's the Worth also abandoned the building. Rifleman squad ran in, gets grenaded. Losing a bit. And packs moving in, but they're just getting decrewed again and again. He seemingly doesn't have the forces to support them.
Weapon crew lost.
And there we go, GG. Game over, nice game. All nice and sportsmanlike, what we like to see, but game over, a loss for the 15th Infantry Division facing off against the 15th Panzergrenadiers. Of course, the question is what rather lost Nintendo, aka Nogana, because I mean he had a rather nice start. The problem was partly, I think, not enough mines, although again the minesweepers made this a risky proposition. Of course I can understand it, but also I think the problem was partly he shouldn't have trained 2 additional riflemen squads. I think he could, consider just getting a medic station up to sort of help with that, but otherwise I think he should have focused more on the armor. Upgun the Shermans, got actually more Shermans. I think he could easily then have taken the fight to the Stooks, hunted them down and finished them off. Sadly that never happened. Instead he actually slowed down his advance and made it much more easy for Tommy to actually handle, because again he sort of made a sort of more crawling effort, which rather sort of meant that Tommy didn't need to react so fast. He didn't have to worry about things completely going out of control. So in that sense, by just focusing suddenly on the anti-tankers to kill the armor and such, he rather made it easier for Tommy to sort of, give him a breather. Had he instead gone for Shermans again, outgunned them, it would have been a threat to the infantry, but also the Stooks and the armoured car. So I mean, there's some things to consider there. But of course, I mean, Tommy certainly handled it nicely, despite, some nasty losses with snipers, grenadiers. The medic bunker even later on actually did its job. The Stooks were a nice move, and of course, Terra with King Tiger. So there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.